Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Field of Fleet, a show where I build a fleet of ships and usually talk about it. Now, today we're doing a special episode. It is both a mission fleet and a randomized fleet. And so, what it is I was reorganizing my collection, just making sure all my cards were sorted because I got a bunch of new expansions and I wanted to make sure everything was put away properly. And I came across a mission that I want to play on my own, which is Eye of the Needle. And I was going to be... There's, of course, you need to have two sides. There's a Romulan side and then a enemy player. And I thought I would draw 20 random cards and use those cards to create the enemy player's fleet. So let's take a look at what the mission says first. It's a transmission is received from a ship claiming to be in the Delta Quadrant. After analyzing the transmission, it is considered possible that a point of origin is indeed coming from the Delta Quadrant via a wormhole that measures only 30 centimeters in diameter, too small for a ship to pass through. Other means must be tried to establish a link through the wormhole. 70 squadron points. Romulan team is 70 squadron points, including at least one Romulan science vessel, with 3 tech upgrades. Then there's enemy player is 60 squadron points, so that's what we have to work with here. Let's just move that there. Move those there. So I can bring the camera in closer. There we go. Okay. So, place an objective token directly in the center of the play area. This token represents a small wormhole and is not treated as an obstacle, just as a point in space. Players both set up in a standard 2-player game. Okay. Let's see. Establishing a link. If a Romulan science vessel is within range 1 of the wormhole, it may perform one of the following actions. If your ship is not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields. Choose one of the tech upgrades on your science vessel and place a mission token on it. During the end phase, discard one upgrade with a mission token placed on it and place its mission token on your ship card. Or... action, if your ship is not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields. Discard your captain and place a mission token on your ship card. Your ship is now considered to have a captain skill of 0. The Romulan player may only perform this action if there are no tech upgrades remaining on his or her ship. Okay. So that's if you have no tech upgrades left. And then there's another action available, which is if any Romulan player ships are within range 1 to 2 of a Romulan science vessel, it may perform the following action. Action, if your ship is not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields. Choose one of the tech upgrades on your ship. Transfer that upgrade to the Romulan science vessel, provided that vessel has room for the upgrade. Objectives. Romulan player, you win if you establish a link through the wormhole. Having 3 mission tokens on your Romulan science vessel's captain card. Oh. That is actually plural possessive. That's an important note here. So that means if you bring one science vessel, you only need to have 3 mission tokens on the ship card. If you bring 2, I guess it's 3 in total, but they don't need to be all on the same ship. Alternatively, you win by destroying all of the enemy player ships. Enemy player, you win if you destroy all the Romulan science vessels. So right now we're building a fleet that needs to destroy all the Romulan science vessels. Now, considering how important tech upgrades and actions are to this specific game, this fleet we're building should probably focus on ganking and giving auxiliary power tokens. Downside is, I don't know if any of the cards here are gank cards or even cards that give auxiliary power tokens. Now, I am also going to be constructing the Romulan fleet, and I will probably have at least 2 science vessels, maybe more, and at least 1 Daenerys. So going in, that's something I should keep an eye on. Now, one thing I need to highlight immediately is Mirok. Was one of the cards I randomly drew. And the way I did this was actually, I would go through the cards essentially while rolling 2d20s. And if I rolled a 20 or a 1, or I rolled 2 of the same number, I would stop and try to grab a card. Some of these cards I drew, which aren't showed here, were ones that I couldn't use because they were like, oh, there was like a Defiant class only, and I didn't have a Defiant class, so I had to return it. So I did draw a little over 20. And then some more in order to make up for the ones I had to return to the pack. But this should be 21. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So here's the thing. When I was getting ready, when I decided to play this mission, even before I decided to do this whole random thing, I was going to use Mirok for my Romulan science vessel pilot. Because he's like perfect for this mission. Take a look at this. After you move, if at least 1 friendly ship is within range 1 of your ship, repair 1 damage to your hull or shield. This would be perfect for keeping my ship alive. So because of that, I'm going to deliberately use him in my anti-Romulan fleet. Because that then robs the Romulans from using him. So right now, let's take Mirok. Put him into the we gotta use him pile. Okay, so what else do we have to work with? Well, we only have 60 points to build with, so I'm going to say the Borg cube is probably out of the Borg tactical cube is probably out of the picture because it's 46 points. I mean, we could run tactical cube 46. We could run the tactical cube and the Grissom and nothing else. That's 60 points. The Grissom and the tactical cube. And unfortunately, I didn't draw the Borg Blade of Hull Armor. So let's say Borg Blade tactical cube is out of the picture. I wouldn't mind running the Kaldar, the aquatic and the Krenim weapon ship, because if we're fighting against cloaked ships that are rolling a lot of defense, we'll want a lot of offense. If there's a Daenerys, we're going to want to be able to punch through it, and we're also going to want to be able to put up with the damage. Or at least, the thing about these 2 ships is if we take these 2 ships, they'll have enough health. We will not need to worry about the 3 attack dice and the 1 attack dice from the science vessels and the Daenerys. Tell Vev's battlecruiser. I like this ship a lot. Downside is, again, I don't think we need to play defensively. So we've got 2 ships. These are probably the 2 we're going to use, unless we have to get something cheaper. So how much is that? That is, we're looking at 52 points right there. What have we got in terms of weapons? So this one, it costs extra if you put it on anything that isn't a... well, no, it needs to be on a Federation ship. So this can only go on the Grissom and the Sakharov. And this can also only go on the Grissom, Sakharov, or the Interceptor. We're probably not going to take the Interceptor because it's too weak. Like, it would be a better choice to take the Grissom than the Interceptor. That's cheaper. So let's flip that one. We don't need that. Crew-wise, that's a defensive crew. A very good defensive crew. If I was running the Borg cube, I'd take him. We got Elam Garrick, assigned to a Mirror Universe ship. Add 2 to that ship's captain. Add 2 to that captain's skill. During the roll to 560, you may disable your captain card to gain +1. Okay, so we could run him. on the Krenim weapon ship. What else do we got? We've got... I wouldn't mind running Solux Marauder, because we're going to be dealing with ships that have sensor echoes. So it might be good to have a maneuverable ship. Now between... I think the Zindi cruiser has a wide arc. I need to actually check on our maneuver cards for these. So let's do a quick check here. See what we got. I forgot to get this ready beforehand, so let's go Krenim. Krenim weapon ship. Ooh, that's not a good dial. Max out at 3. That'll take like at least 2 turns just to reach where the Romulans will be. Aquatic. Aquatic's faster, but it's got worse turns. And actually the reverse on the Krenim might be useful, the double reverse. And it's got 2 white turns. That's good. Okay, let's just see what we got in Tev. Oh. Okay. Battle cruiser. It's got the white turns of the Krenim ship, but it's got the white 4 of the Aquatic. What do we got in terms of a Marauder or Decora? Decora's about as good as a battle cruiser. I like the Oberth dial because it's got no dat red, but it is slow. Sakharov's, I think, about as good. Oh wow, no, the shuttlecraft is way worse than the Oberth, because the shuttlecraft is missing its 3 speeds altogether. Alright, so movement wise, it might be good to go with the Decora and the Krenim weapon ship. So let's just try for that. I need to get a calculator. I'll be right back. It's over here, right? Here it is. So it's high school. It still works fine. Watch as it breaks now that I said that. Okay. So we want Mirok. Okay, so Solux Marauder is the weaker ship. So we could put... Where did I put Mirok? We could put Mirok on the Marauder. And then we know Elam Garrick's going to go on the weapon ship. So let's find a captain before we grab any weapons. Would photon torpedoes be any good? I think the weapon ship has a rear firing arc. Let's check that out. Search. Oh, I didn't mean to shuffle. Search. So I'm looking at 2 ships with maybe a Grissom as a support. Probably not. I don't think we can afford it. Probably be better and wiser to use 3 ships, because I'm going to be battling at least 3. I'm going to be battling probably 2 silence vessels, if not more, and a what is it? The Derricks. Probably going to be going up against the Derricks. Oh, I've got to wait for all these to load. Ugh. Anyway, let's just take a look at some of these. Let's take a look at our captains. Alright, I just have them in my hand here so I can check them while the computer's loading. We got Hazar Bajoran. If your ship is within range 1 of a planet, token, or obstacle, all attacks against your ship are -1. Well, that is not useful to us at all. He's skill 7, though, and he's... how many points? He's 4 points? No. It's a waste of points. Got Maxwell Burke. He could be good. I'll never play with him. I might like to try him out. Just check what these were again. Oh, no. So I can get their names. This is 138. Oh, that's a big model. Krenim. Oh, Krenim weapon ship does not have a rear firing arc, so torpedoes might not be a good idea. Aquatic. Ah! The aquatic has the 180 arc. The battlecruiser does too. How about the Decora? That's not too surprising. And then Oberth. I like Oberth. And then Shuttle. Oh, that's Sakharov. That's a type 6. I think that's there. I think we've all but eliminated the Bajoran ship, so we won't worry about that. Okay, so what do we still got here? Maxwell Burke, action. Discard this card, gain +2 attack dice this round. For 1 point, that could be worth it. Also, let's flip that. Let's just put Mirok back there, because we haven't eliminated him. So he's okay. We've got Kuvak here. After you move, if you perform an evade action, you may place 2 evade tokens beside your ship instead of 1. If your ship is not in the forward firing arc of any ships. So he's a good evasive option. Chang. We don't have any ships that can cloak, so this will not be useful. Planning phase. Again, he's not going to be useful either. But these two are the only ones that can hold elite talents. So let's see what our elite talent we drew randomly was. I will deal with them myself. During the roll attack dice step, you may discard this card to disable up to 2 of your crew upgrades. If you do so, roll 1 additional attack dice. So he's an additional... This will give you up to 2 additional attack dice. Okay. Well, we do have 2 crew upgrades. Do we have a ship that has 2 crew slots? Solok's Marauder can have 2 crew slots. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So we could put... Which one of these is cheaper? Oh, they're the same price. Well, he has the higher captain skill. So we could put him on Solok's Marauder. Give him... I will deal with them myself. And then give him both crew... Oh, wait, no, because we want Elam Garrick. I guess we could put him... No. We could put Kang on that because he's cheaper. And then give them... I'll deal with him myself. So let's just see how much this is. And then that would give us a +1. That's a lot of points just for a +1. That is 11 points just to get a +1. I don't think that's worth it. You know, I don't think it's worth it for a +1. 11 points. No. At that point, it would be cheaper just to put this on a Federation ship. Okay, so let's look at what we got again. We'll put Mirok on that ship, and we'll put Kang on that ship just because he's Mirror Universe already, so that'll save us points. Actually no, let's go with the Klingon captain, because that way we get the highest, right? Add to that ship, so he'll be Captain Skill 9. So let's see what we've got already. I'm going to take them out because we've selected them now. We have Kang on Krenim Weapon Ship. The Elam Garrick. So that's 28 plus 4 plus 3. So this ship's just built to shoot first. 35 points. Then we've got Solok's Marauder with Mirok. It's 20 plus 2. 57. So we have 3 points left in our anti-Romulan fleet here. So we've hit a problem now. There's no more upgrades we can buy with 3 points. So let's see if we can save some points by swapping him out. Let's put Burke on there. Or maybe not Burke. Ship doesn't have an evade, so we put Mirok there. 'Cause this ship doesn't have an evade, so Mirok would be good on that. We put Kuvak on there. Gotta take into account the faction penalty for using Mirok on the wrong ship. Then 20 plus 3, so 57. We again have 3 points left. And no 3-point cards. So it might be better just to use Kang. No, sorry, Chang. Which I think will use up all 3 of our points here. Alright, let's see. We've got 28 plus what will be 5 plus 3 plus 20 plus essentially 3. 59 SP. Okay, we've got ourselves a 59 SP fleet. We've got a slow but very powerful ship here, being the Krenim weapon ship. It's got plenty of hull. Surprisingly, it's only as durable as a generic D'Deridex, which is a problem, considering we're probably going to go up against multiple D'Deridex class ships. But it does have a captain skill of 9. And I can disable my captain for 5 dice. So if I can move into range 1 of one of those science vessels, disable the captain, and I can punch it with 6 attack dice. And if I take a battle can I do? Yeah, I can do a battle stations as well. So I could target lock while I'm getting in range, and then close into range 1, battle stations, and then blow the science vessel out of the sky with so much power it can't even evade while it's cloaked. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it can evade while cloaked. They roll a lot. Okay, then we've got the Decora here. And so this is going to try and hunt down anyone who sensor echoes. If I perform a 3, it can perform another white maneuver. I feel like it might actually be better to take... Oh, I don't have enough points for Zindi weapon. I mean, for the Zindi. I would have to ditch... I'd have to ditch Kang and Mirok and use Burke for one of them. For one of these. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be worth it. Well, maybe. I mean, these guys are only a... Nah. We'll stick with this. So this will be our build for the mission if I play it. So yeah, there you go. That's our little randomized Field of Fleet mission play video. Yeah.